Thank you, Director of Ceremonies. In Namibia, when we are together like this, we are all a family. And I want to recognize all of us to say welcome to all family members who are here today. We are here to attend the enclaves, which I had the honor to address yesterday. I hope many of you have participated and followed the discussion. However, today we will be very specific on Namibia, and at the onset, I would like to thank all of you for having responded positively to our invitation. India and Namibia have come a long way. And the presence of the Joint Secretary today here is a clear testimony of good, long-standing bilateral cooperation between Namibia and India. Long before our independence, India is one of those countries that has made a significant contribution to our independence. When some countries were calling us terrorists, India was the country that even recognized the SWAPO, and we had a diplomatic mission in Delhi. I was happy when I arrived here a day before yesterday to meet one of our staff members who worked with Namibia from the time of our struggle and still serving in the Namibian mission in Delhi. You see the relationship. This afternoon, we had a very successful meeting at the Ministry of External Relations with the Minister. And our emphasis was, now that we have such strong political cooperation, time has come and has come for us to strengthen our economic cooperation for the benefit of the peoples of our country. Of course, our countries are far apart, but our countries are very close. Our countries are not of the same size in terms of the territory, in terms of the population, but for Namibia and India, what matters is that brotherly sisterhood. We don't deal with one another based on the big and small, but we deal with one another as nations, taking care of citizens of the world in our respective territories. We have therefore committed ourselves that now we have gained our political independence to contribute significantly to the economic independence in the spirit of South-South cooperation. The South has to take care of its citizens, and the South has to cooperate. Cooperation both at the public and the private sector. For us as governments, elected by our representative, our main task is to ensure quality, efficient service delivery. Our task is to address the basic needs of our people. Our task is to ensure that our people have food to eat, that our people are not languishing in poverty. For the private sector, you have a responsibility to work with us, because you are not operating in isolation. You need the people for your business activity to flourish. And hence, we believe that together with you, we must maintain peace and stability so that there is a conducive environment. Namibia, as you might know, like any other African countries, we pay special attention to peace and stability. Since our independence, that has been our focus, because we know unless there is peace and stability, you cannot do business. And if there was no peace and stability in our country, we will not be coming here, because we know exactly what we are saying today. We are just emphasizing it. In the world of internet, you know exactly what is happening, but we feel it's necessary for us to come. I was happy when I received a delegation of Indian business people in Namibia last year, followed by another delegation that came this year. And this is what we want to say. We have that democratic institution, we have that peace in order to facilitate businesses in our country. We would like to see more Indian business people coming to Namibia for the benefit of your people and our people. For us, we put in place all necessary instruments that will make easy for you to do business. I must also mention to you that we value people-to-people conduct. And that is why we welcome the establishment of the India-Namibia Friendship Association. We also welcome to have a cultural hall of India in Windhoek. We welcome the Namibia-India Economic or Trade Commission, which is doing a commendable job, and the commissioner's presence here. Also, I'm glad to inform you that the two countries have signed Joint Commission of Cooperation, and this is the highest instrument which is used between member states in order to strengthen the cooperation and to make the work easier for their private sector and their citizens. We strongly believe that when our citizens are linking to one another, that is the way to discover one another and identify the areas of cooperation. You are all aware, we are all coming out of the COVID pandemic. We thank the government of India for supporting us with vaccine. In the same vein, we want to thank the Indians living in Namibia who have put their resources together during the difficult time of COVID and made their contribution, enabling us to manage the COVID pandemic. That is the true friendship that we need to see. As government, we know that each and every economic activity is very important. However, we strongly believe that some of these activities are among the growth points that we need to pay attention if we have to address issues of bread and butter in our country. It's not a secret, we have high unemployment in Namibia, particularly among the youth and women, some of them with qualification. So therefore, when we are inviting investment, we want it to be focused on sectors we know they can create such necessary jobs or in other words, they can grow our economy and create the necessary jobs. Some sectors we talk about is energy, we are talking about water, we are talking about agriculture, oil and gas, technology, tourism, health, education, mining. I want to pause at mining because I know internationally Namibia is known as a mining country, which is true, I want to confirm. However, for too long, as much as our mining industry has shown economic growth of our country, it has not shown economic development. And the reason being, mining is capital intensive. And west of it, for too long time, it was all shipped out of the country and processed. Now we have come to the point, particularly when Africa is taking a decision, that at least the time has come that at least 15% of Africa's raw material should not leave the continent unprocessed. Namibia now, as we are inviting our friends to invest in the mining sector, we are emphasizing on value addition. We cannot continue as friends for you to allow us to let our natural resources leave the country unprocessed, thus forcing our young people to rescue their lives on the high seas, following their jobs, which are taken out because raw materials were sent out unprocessed. Bringing this economic growth to talk to economic development. We need our people to be happy because unemployment, you know, is a threat to peace and security. Therefore, our friends from India, the Namibia Investment Board will make their presentation. They will talk more on what Namibia can offer. But as a political leader, I want to assure you that we will continue to offer you peace and stability. We will continue to offer you a conducive environment. Engage your counterpart, engage the investment board, and let them tell us what we're supposed to do. Those laws, we will reform them in order to answer your questions, in order to answer your concern. And please answer our concern. Provide services, provide jobs. Let us eliminate poverty in our continent, in Namibia, and in the world in line with the UN Sustainable Goals. Once again, thank you for coming. And as I say, the details will be given by the board. Particularly, you all know that as much as we have witnessed increment in trade between our two countries, there is still much that needs to be done. Thank you for coming, and I wish ourselves